I started using Yoni eggs in January of 2015, and it's kind of a fun, funny, interesting story about how I even discovered Yoni eggs to begin with. But I'm not going to talk about that in this video because I've already blogged about it. And if you're interested, you can go back to the blog and read about it. The post is called Woo Woo and the Hoo Hoo. And the interesting thing, though, that I do want to talk about, I want to talk about Yoni eggs. But ever since I posted that to my blog, I've been getting tons of questions from women everywhere wanting to know about how they can start their own practice. And I am more than happy to oblige. In fact, I'm going to be talking about Yoni eggs all month long on the blog, and I'm probably going to become like the Bubba Gump of Yoni eggs. I hope I don't make you go blue in the face. But there's a reason. There's a really good reason why Yoni eggs are making a comeback. And just in case you don't know what Yoni eggs are, basically they are gemstones that have been cut and carved and polished into an egg shape. And you see here I have an obsidian stone and a clear quartz stone. And they are, some of them are drilled, like this, these are both drilled actually, some of them are not, but they're used by women, and here's where we get technical, here's where we get woo-woo in the hoo-hoo. They are used specifically inside the vagina. You're supposed to insert them into the vagina and use them as Kegel exercisers. Although Kegels weren't around until the 1960s, this practice has its roots in ancient times. Now, according to lore, excuse me, it said that the practice started in the royal courts of China, and that the queens and her concubines would use jade eggs and as a tool for strengthening their vaginas because it gave the king pleasure, right? Well, the actual truth of the matter is that yes, it will enhance your sexual pleasure. However, the practice is actually rooted in ancient Taoism, which comes from China. The whole purpose, the whole point of using Yoni eggs is because women are very lucky to have vaginas with what is known as the Yoni nadi. A nadi, N-A-D-I, not naughty, but nadi, is it's basically it's an energy reflex point where your energy meridians intersect on your body, and you have numerous nadis throughout your body. You may be more or most familiar with the chakra system. So we have the 7 main chakras that align up our spine, starting from the root of our spine all the way up to our crown chakra. Most people are familiar with that. Well, the chakras are basically where those energy meridians intersect, okay? And so women have what is known as a Yoni nadi, and actually a number of them within the vaginal canal. And Taoists or energy workers intuitively knew that using Yoni eggs inside the vagina would activate those reflex centers and send out energy healing, or send out healing to the parts of the body that those energy reflex centers or those nadis were associated with. So that's basically where Yoni egg practice has its origins and how it got started. And now if you fast forward to today's modern day, where at least in Western culture, women are overworked, they're stressed out to the max, they're very busy, very obligated, have so many commitments going on. And it's easy to see, you know, how women can very quickly lose vitality. And so the Yoni egg practice was, its sole purpose, its original intention was to maintain that life force energy or chi. In our modern age, all of the commitments, all of the things that we have going on for us in everyday life can tend to wear us down. I know this. I personally went through it. Adrenal fatigue is no joke, and it's no laughing matter, and it's not fun. But I do believe that in part, Yoni egg practice has helped me to see the light at the end of the tunnel again, to go through that recovery process. And so anyway, there's a lot of benefits to using Yoni eggs. It benefits the body on the physical level simply because Kegels, women, ladies, we're all familiar with Kegels, right? If you're not, I don't know, maybe, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but you've probably heard the term. Kegels are exercises where we squeeze and release the PC muscles to maintain a strong pelvic floor, right? Well, the problem with doing Kegels is that your vagina has nothing, when you lift weights, when you're building muscle, you need resistance. So you add a weight to it, right? Well, your vagina, when you're just squeezing the muscle, there's no resistance. You're just squeezing and releasing, and it's really not doing anything to strengthen that pelvic floor. The Yoni egg, however, creates that resistance. It gives the muscles something to hang on to. And so you tend to see faster results with Yoni eggs as opposed to just doing straight Kegels. So you have that whole benefit. It does help with bladder leakage. It helps with maintaining the strong pelvic floor. It helps with restoring elasticity after childbirth. And for postmenopausal women, using a Yoni egg on a regular basis helps maintain lubrication, stave off that vaginal dryness that's so common after your hormones go through menopause. So there's all of those physical benefits benefiting the body, not to mention what I already said about how on the energetic level, when you stimulate that Yoni nadi, it benefits the organs throughout your body. So your liver, your spleen, your heart, your lungs, all of it benefits from using a Yoni egg. So the physical benefits, they're numerous. I write about it on the blog too. You can go check that out too. But your mind, your body, mind, and soul, right? So taking it to the next level, the mind. How does a Yoni egg practice benefit your mind? Well, it causes you, it kind of forces you in a way to be present to what is. A regular, consistent Yoni egg practice is really an exercise in consciousness. And so by being present to your practice, you are letting go of stress, you're letting go of worry, you're letting go of anything that's, keeping you from having a clear mind, clear vision, clear, just getting rid of all of that energetic debris. On a soul level, Yoni egg practice, here's what I love. I think that words have power. And the words that we choose to use in our everyday conversations really says a lot about our underlying beliefs about different things. And the word Yoni, I love it so much because it is Sanskrit for sacred temple. And it's also, I think it's beautiful, but it's a beautiful euphemism for the word vagina. Okay? So just by using the word Yoni alone, you're bringing a sense of sacredness to your everyday practice, to your body. You're just bringing a sense of love to your vagina. And I think that in our culture, we don't really have a relationship with our vaginas. I mean, Vagina Monologues was very popular for a reason, and in fact, I was just sent out a newsletter a couple of days ago, and I quoted Naomi Wolf, who wrote the book Vagina, a new biography. I'm sorry, I keep stumbling through my words here. And she kind of mentioned the same thing, you know, how we talk about the vagina really says a lot about our culture. And so we don't really talk about it a lot unless it's in the clinical sense or unless it's in a kind of a vulgar sense. And so I really love the word yoni to bring back that sense of sacredness to the feminine mystique, to the vagina. And a little bit of love in there's little bit of love on the vagina. I know you can't not go there when you're talking about this stuff, right? It's so easy to go there. Anyway, I like to laugh too. So we have the body, the mind, the spirit, just making it sacred through the choice of our words, but also just bringing that love and attention back to our most sacred essence. Yoni egg practice does it all. It really does. And so if you haven't tried it yet, I'm really curious to know, what are your questions? What do you want to know about Yoni egg practice? Send me an email, write it in the comments below. I've gotten tons of email responses back from the last newsletter that went out when I said that I was going to talk about this. I think that there's a real desire to know more. And so I'm really excited to be talking about this on the blog, and I'll be sending out a survey. No, I don't know. I'll see what I'll do. Sign up for my newsletter. I'm thinking about sending out a survey, anonymous, to do a Q&A video in the coming weeks. So if you haven't signed up yet, you can check out the blog at www.thegoddessdiaries.org and read all about Yoni egg practice. And I look forward to seeing you on the newsletter list. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you get to know, I hope all your questions get answered about Yoni eggs. I hope that I do you service. So anyway, I love you guys to the moon and back. See you over on the blog. Mwah. Bye.